From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Saturday, May 21st, 2016. Silver is trading at $16.55 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,252 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $448. Antiwar.com reports 2016 is almost halfway over and the war in Afghanistan is going as bad as ever. Though it's not as high-profile a topic of discussion at NATO meetings 15 years into the failing occupation, the alliance once again agreed to extend the military operation, which was scheduled to end at the end of 2016. This was not the first end-of-the-war date, and indeed, to hear NATO talk, the war officially ended years ago, even if the military involvement did not significantly change on that date. Rather, the increasingly unpopular war was rebranded as a training mission. No one had any realistic expectation that the 2016 date would be the actual end to the mission, but rather it was just the latest in a series of dates set down the road as the alliance continued to not achieve its goals and continued to try to present those goals as coming soon. The U.S., of course, had no intention of withdrawing at the end of 2016 at any rate and had already punted their end date to the end of 2017 and later extended it to an indefinite point in the future. The NATO announcement just means they'll have company from other nations, at least the ones still willing to throw troops at the war. NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg also confirmed that the alliance is separately debating a plan to extend the subsidy of Afghanistan's military beyond the present end date of 2020. After 15 years of occupation, NATO has created a huge Afghan military, but the nation has virtually no economy, no tax base, and no chance of paying for it on their own. Most analysts agree the subsidy is going to continue for decades to come. For nearly 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and have permanently removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. UPI reports in a move that came as a surprise to many, Republican Oklahoma Governor Mary Fallin on Friday rejected a bill that tried to make performing abortions in the state a felony offense, punishable by as many as 3 years in prison. Bill 1552 was passed by the state Senate on Thursday and the House last month. The proposal sought to punish and strip the licenses of physicians convicted of terminating pregnancies, except in cases that threaten the life of the mother. Fallin, who calls herself the most pro-life governor in the nation, was expected by many to approve the bill, making her veto a substantial surprise. Fallin, in a statement on Friday, said the bill is ambiguous and vague. Opponents of the bill said it was in direct conflict with the U.S. Supreme Court's landmark 1973 Roe v. Wade ruling that made abortion legal. Oklahoma lawmakers can attempt to override Fallin's veto, but it was not immediately known whether they would try. You can support FPP Radio by joining the Fans program. Fans are friends, allies, and numerous supporters. Fans help FPP afford to produce more original content. You can join the Fans program for as little as $3 per month through Patreon and get perks like ad-free versions of FPP Radio News and Peace, Love, Liberty Radio. To learn more or to join the Fans program, visit fans.fppradio.com. That's fans.fppradio.com. Reuters reports leading U.S. universities are pushing back against a proposed State Department rule that would bar foreign students from more research projects and classes involving information seen as vital to national security. The proposal by the Obama administration reflects growing worries in Washington over a rise in intellectual property theft from foreign adversaries such as China. Research related to defense technologies such as munitions, nuclear energy, and satellite technology would be partially affected by the rule, which is still in the proposal process and has not been widely reported. The new rule, which largely applies to company-sponsored research, threatens to shrink the pool of research opportunities available for U.S. colleges, which have grown strongly in popularity among high-paying foreign students in recent years. Some top U.S. schools do not accept any research grants that restrict participation by foreign citizens because it runs counter to their policies of academic freedom and non-discrimination. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.